Hi everyone, Ohio State Senator Ken Smith here. Welcome to In Case You Missed It, State House Edition's Scary Map Edition for the week ending November 8th. On Halloween, the Ohio Redistricting Commission adopted a very scary congressional map ending a 2-month saga where Democrats tried to comply with the Ohio Constitution and the wishes of Ohio voters, and Republicans trampled on both. On September 9th, State House Democrats introduced a fair constitutional map, and at that time, Senator Nikki Antonio, one of 2 Democrats on the Redistricting Commission, put out a statement saying, quote, "Today we are introducing a fair constitutional congressional map that we hope will be a starting point for this redistricting process. Last time around, the Republican strategy was to ignore deadlines and force through a gerrymandered map at the 11th hour," unquote. Anyone want to guess what Republicans did this time? Yep, they ran out the clock and forced through a map that could result in Republicans winning 12 of Ohio's 15 congressional seats rather than an 8-7 map, which would actually reflect Ohio's partisan makeup. The Ohio redraw is a part of a national story where President Trump has been requesting new maps in Republican-governed states. He's doing this because he's trying to rig the 2026 congressional midterms because he fears losing power. And based on this week's election results, the most recent polling, and the millions that showed up for October's No Kings rally, Trump should be worried because his domestic policy agenda, called Project 2025, is wildly unpopular. Go figure, Americans don't like dismantling the federal government, destroying public education, and devastating the economy, all while eliminating long-standing freedoms for everyday Americans and allowing the wealthy to grift the system. Which leads me back to Ohio's scary Halloween map. Trump knows that he will lose a fair fight, so he's going to try to change the election rules headed into 2026. Project 2025 will ruin your life, but Project 2026, the plan to steal the midterm election cycle, will ruin democracy. But Trump and this bunch of subservient DC and Columbus Republicans don't care. The scary map was brought to you by the same folks who held an illegal election in August 2023 to try to end majority rule in this state. And I guarantee you one thing, they are not done. The scary map is just the beginning of the Republican plans to steal the 2026 elections. I will be on the lookout for other sneaky GOP election tricks, and you should too. I'm Ohio State Senator Ken Smith, and that's In Case You Missed It, State House Edition, Scary Map Edition for the week ending November 8th.